Holy shit, I finally reached 100 subscribers after all these years, and I really don't know what to do as far as a 100 subscriber special goes. I mean, I could do a movie review, but I do enough of those as it is. I could do a video on my movie collection, but I really don't have enough movies to do a movie collection video at the moment. Or I could do like talk about what my favorite movies are, but I really need to spend a lot of time thinking about what are my favorite movies. Maybe I'll do that at some point, but not at the moment. So I figured, when it came to doing a 100 subscriber special, what could I do? Then it occurred to me, why don't we go back to the very start of when I started doing movie reviews in the first place and just talk about the very first movie review I ever did. That being Man of Steel. And there's the old logo used for first couple reviews, only because back in these days I didn't have proper access to Photoshop at the time, but I've made a new logo since then, and well, it looks a lot better than that one. And also the overall story behind what Yamato no Orochi Productions is. During my junior year of high school, I went to this tech center for video production. One of the assignments that wasn't video based was make up your own movie studio. And the project wasn't serious, it was just for fun. And essentially, in terms of the inspiration behind that, well, long story short, back in my high school days, I was really into Naruto because I didn't know what good anime was at that point in time. And you could tell this was my very first review based upon this getup I have here, because I wanted to at least look nice and professional, and yeah, the only reason why I haven't worn this getup since then is for a couple reasons. On the initial day of filming this review, that particular day, I believe, was a really hot summer day. I think it was like the hottest day of the summer, and I was just sweating my balls off filming this thing. And the second reason being, the kind of like gray jacket I'm wearing at that moment didn't fit me anymore, so I got rid of it. And also the reason I don't wear the Trippy, is because, well, I discovered there's a group of obnoxious people out there who really love wearing the Trippies. And I was like, I don't really want to be associated with that group of people. So, I mean, the only thing I kept consistent with these movie reviews is the blue shades. And if you're trying to figure out why I stopped using my webcam as of late to do these video reviews, it's for a couple reasons. One of them being, I do invest on getting a better camera to actually record in a better quality, because when you look at the quality here, it looks really bad, and I can't believe I've been using that webcam for years. And second, throughout my movie reviews, if you haven't noticed already, I'm a very image-heavy based person, so I figured, you know what, even though you don't see me, you'll hear the voice and just see the images. Now, in terms of why I decided to do movie reviews in the first place, because most of the channels I'm subscribed to on YouTube are just people who review movies, from people like Nostalgia Critic, Brandon Tenold, to some other people like Jeremy Jones, Chris Stockman, and a few others to name a few. And the one thing I should point out with this particular movie review, even though this was my first movie review, for some goddamn reason this comes up as my second movie review I did on my actual channel, because back in those days, I think I uploaded two movie reviews at the same time. I think one of them got done before this one, even though I uploaded this one first. As for the program that I use to edit my videos together, it's called Movie Edit Pro. And as far as editing programs go, it's pretty standard and simple to use. It might not be as good as something as Final Cut Pro, but at least it's not Windows Movie Maker. Granted, my title cards do come from Windows Movie Maker, but I primarily use Movie Edit Pro to do a good chunk of my editing. And before I had access to Movie Edit Pro, I actually tried editing this particular review with Windows Movie Maker, and the program fucking crashed, and I wasn't even rendered the damn program yet. Yeah, hell, I wasn't even done editing the damn thing yet, and it just crashed. Which I got from a group of friends of mine who have their own YouTube channel called Dead Ghost Videos, which they don't no longer use because, well, the group is temporarily disbanded at the moment, and they haven't made videos as of late. Now I just have to sit down and watch my own work here.
I like my superhero action, it's just, I would like to see less of it in this film.
In terms of how I do a movie review, because this being my first movie review, this was one of my first scripted reviews, and I haven't really done a scripted review since then, because you really have to, like, make a full-out script, and on top of that, I had the thing off to the side, and I was reading off it, and it didn't sound natural. Like, you could tell I was reading from a script. as opposed to
And,
sound
so
naturally.
story.
And in terms of how I
Why
did,
they execute
movie
it
reviews
was
after this,
because
I
the
would
flashbacks
typically
themselves,
pace and
I
talk
felt
out
that
loud to get my
they were
ideas
all
out
in one
first,
part,
then
they were
do a
spread
few
out,
practice
it's not like they're all
runs
strung
with
together
the
from
idea I had in
the
mind,
movie.
then
I
proceed
don't know,
to
this is just
record the
really
actual
much what I saw.
material
Like,
itself. Although recently I have been watching movies with a pen and paper and jot down notes as I watch them to help me with future reviews. And also, I am so glad I got rid of the title cards in between the sections now, because back in the day, if you really look at my older reviews, on average, most of them range from being either 6 minutes long or like 10. Granted, there's a few movie reviews here that are still like 10 minutes long, but most of my reviews now are more on average of 4 to 5 minutes long, which isn't as bad as it was back in the day. So now on my overall thoughts of Man of Steel. In this particular review, I did say that the movie was good. Now, what I meant by that was, it was good in a sense of, it's entertaining. Not perfect, but it's entertaining. And my overall views on it now are, it's still entertaining, I just think it's okay. I don't think it's really that good, but it's not as bad as I think most people make it out to be. Granted, there's better superhero movies out there, but as far as this movie goes, it's okay. And also, speaking of superhero movies, ever since the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe came into existence, a lot of other movie studios really tried to make their own cinematic universe. Case in point, Sony, which attempted to do their own cinematic universe with the Amazing Spider-Man franchise, which I think was a bad move, since that series was originally supposed to be a trilogy, but again, because of the MCU, it went from being a trilogy to becoming 4 Spider-Man movies and 2 spin-offs. And after the disappointment of the second Amazing Spider-Man movie, it went absolutely nowhere. And as far as the DC Extended Universe is going, on pen and paper, this actually sounds like a good idea, because you have one movie with Superman in it. The next movie, you have the crossover between Superman and Batman. Then have a Justice League movie after that. Seems like a perfect idea. Just the way Warner Brothers is going about it, they're going about it all wrong. And so far of the DC Extended Universe, really the best of the bunch to me is the Suicide Squad, which really isn't saying much. I'll give the DC Extended Universe one more shot with the Wonder Woman movie, because that actually looks like a good movie. Granted, it looks like Captain America all over again, but I'm okay with that. Then you have the whole King Kong Godzilla Cinematic Universe. Really interesting how they're going to go about that one. And now that I think about it, 2013 was a really disappointing year for superhero movies. That's also when we had Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, this movie, and I feel like there's a couple others, but I feel like the best superhero movies of that year were The Wolverine and Kick-Ass 2. Grant, I know not many people liked Kick-Ass 2, and although I think the movie is okay, I'd rather be watching Kick-Ass 2 over some of these other entries. And while I'm at it, I do have a few announcements. One of them being that I do plan taking a little break from doing movie reviews, since it occurred to me that between the summer of 2013 and this past summer, it's taken me about 4 years to make about 50 movie reviews. And from this past May up till now, I've been cranking movie reviews out like crazy. Actually, if anything, I think 2016 as a whole is the most amount of movie reviews I've done in one single year. I mean, granted, if a major movie comes out that I want to see, I will go see it and do a review of it. I just won't be doing as many, I guess. And also, sometime in the near future, after my little hiatus, I do plan on reviewing all 30-something Godzilla movies. Now, why I haven't done that yet is for a couple of reasons. The first reason that being, when the 2014 Godzilla movie came out, a lot of people were doing movie reviews of a lot of Godzilla movies beforehand. And also, if I want to watch someone else reviewing Godzilla movies, I'm either going to watch the Cinemassacre's Monster Madness Godzilla-thon by James Ralph, or the Godzilla reviews that Brennan Tunnel does. But I figured, since I've been making so many recently, I figured, fuck it. I might as well get my own thoughts on each Godzilla film. Now granted, when I do review the Godzilla movies, I will be re-reviewing the 2014 movie, and just so that both myself and the viewer don't get Godzilla fatigue, I'll be reviewing 5 to 6 Godzilla movies at a time, then review a bunch of other movies in between. And I I guess that's it
I
for
give my
major
skill
announcements. And
a
that's
3.5
really about it as far as,
out of
you know, the whole commentary and
good.
announcements
I should come
go.
up with a
So
lot more
thank you for
negatives
giving me 100
that
subscribers.
outweigh the
And
positives.
I am totally open to this
So,
idea. If there's a movie you want me to
out of all
review,
the
leave it in the
superheroes
comment
out
section
there,
below.
because if it's
I might
live
not
action
get to
or
it right away, but
what
I'll
should
keep
you
it
do?
in mind the next time I plan on
expect
reviewing
more
a movie of some sort.
reviews
So,
in the near future.
thank you for the 100 subscribers, and see you later.